Hello, welcome to Deadnotes, a horror and cult film podcast. I am Kevin, and with me is a guy that cuts the do not remove under penalty of law labels on mattresses because he has a real bad temper.
I'm Alan. We're talking about Pee-wee's Big Adventure, 1985. Man, 1985. This is gonna be our first movie that's not a horror per
Yeah,
se.
definitely on the other side of the street with this one. This is awesome.
But 1985, Jesus Christ, was a fucking great year.
Yeah,
So many good movies came out.
absolutely.
I and if you watch this movie, if you've never seen it, if you can't make it through the beginning, just turn it off because you have to love Pee Wee to watch this movie because he's in every fucking scene.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
It's Pee Wee's Big Adventure.
Yeah.
But even the
What an
fucking
incredibly written movie too. It
yeah,
was from start to finish. I mean, you're on a ride. Absolutely.
I love the music too, man.
Yeah. Danny
It gives
Elfman.
you yeah, Danny Elfman.
It's a Tim
This was
Burton
like
movie, so of course.
yeah, this was like the beginning of everything. Fucking Pee Wee kind of gave Tim Burton his shot. Because
Yeah.
before this, because Pee Wee had the movie written and ready, he was looking for a director, and Tim Burton had only done the short for Frankenweenie and what was the other one, Vincent?
Yeah. Yeah, he was
That was
just
all.
cutting his teeth, actually. He was just
Yeah,
really starting to get his art out there.
yeah, and I heard that Pee Wee was the one that recommended Danny Elfman. So
Right.
Pee Wee Herman is like a big fucking reason we got well. The 80s and 90s version of Tim Burton because his newer movies I'm not that fond of. He uses way too much CGI nowadays.
That's what they do. But yeah, I mean, his art
But
his art peels through every single thing he does, so I mad respect
yeah,
for him. And Pee-wee, I mean, especially during that time, I mean, the whole crew of actors that were around them, just their crew, their friends, I mean, they're all through this movie, and they stretch out through a lot of these zanier films in the day. And let us not forget back when Pee Wee was a hamburger in the Cheech and Chong movies, where he's hamburger
snorting cocaine.
under the table.
That was
I did not take your money.
yeah. What one was that? That was Up in Smoke, right?
Was it Up in Smoke or was it Still Smoking? Maybe
It might be still I don't know. I
that's what
I
bothered
remember.
me.
Yeah, he was a. You could probably look it up. He was
I
a
am.
cokehead. But
Yeah, hamburger.
I want to take a stance here because I think Paul Rubens got a bad deal, man, because I do not think there's anything wrong with masturbating in a porno theater.
It was Cheech and Chong's next movie, and Nice Dreams.
Okay.
But yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry. But yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
No,
But
and speaking of that point, yeah, dude, I remember that whole thing when
me
it
too.
happened, like, and
And
man,
the
he
news was
got
like,
razzed, dude. He got razzed so fucking bad. But you know what? He came back out like whatever, fuck you guys.
well,
And he was like, what was it? He was doing the introduction to that awards show, and he comes out and he says, "Here, heard any good jokes lately?"
well, he
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 fucking owned it,
fucking
man.
all things considered, I mean, what are you supposed to do in a fucking porno theater?
Right.
It's just,
I
I don't
wonder.
know.
I wonder when they saw him when they went in there if he hissed
Yeah.
like he did in the alley.
Or if they just realized it was him because he's sitting there going,
Yeah, yeah,
you know, they're like,
yeah,
that sounds familiar.
yeah. But you
Oh
know
man,
what? Fucking, he owned it, and More power to him, man. He wasn't the only one in there fucking doing that shit anyway, and the person that fucking caught him was probably doing it right behind him anyway. So it was like,
Well, if I were the police and I found him in there doing that, I'd let him finish because I'd have to hear, like, if he goes, "Whoa, whoa,"
there you go. Or he's like, ah, ah, ah.
he turns into Arnold.
it just it doesn't stop. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
and
oh my god.
but yeah,
Yeah.
the news used to talk about him like Pee Wee Herman
Yeah.
masturbating,
Yeah, like
you
Paul
know.
Rubens. And then of course they show like the most humiliating picture of him, you know what I'm saying? Clearly he hasn't he was
looks like
oh my
looks like his
god.
evil twin.
Yeah, he's got like long hair, like
Yeah. Oh
oh
man, he looks like General Zod.
yeah, poor dude. Oh
Oh
my god.
man, yeah, he got a bad rap, man. That
Yeah.
wasn't. I mean, especially considering what movie stars are doing
Oh my
nowadays.
god. Yeah, I mean
Pee Wee
that's
didn't do
nothing.
shit.
Dude, after everything everybody's getting busted for right now, it's like God, they gotta look back at this shit and be like, well, that was fucking stupid. You know,
Yeah.
like God. But
Well, you
again,
gotta.
he came back from it and he fucking came back owning it too. And everybody was just like, we got Pee Wee back, everybody.
And also for the younger people that don't know about this, back then it was not easy to find pornography.
Yeah, I
Going
mean, you had to
to
go to a store and then or the theater.
Yeah, he had to rent videos or do something where they were going to have his ID. So going to a theater is probably one of the better ways he could see porno.
Yeah.
I mean, he couldn't just
That was how a
he
lot
didn't
of
have
people did it, man. I
he
mean,
didn't have an iPhone or something to just pull this shit up.
yeah.
I am kind of curious of what he was watching.
I'm
Like
sure you could probably find it.
yeah, I need to look that up and see what movie was playing
Hopefully, it wasn't anything with Stephen Gregory
or Stephen Jeffrey.
or Stephen
Stephen Jeffrey.
Jeffries. Yeah.
Yeah. Butt machine boys.
Yeah. What was it? Double down, dick down, or something? I don't remember.
I don't know. That's been ages ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I love Pee Wee. He didn't do anything wrong. You know, all the people that were shaming him were simultaneously doing all this shit behind the scenes that we're finding out about nowadays. So
Exactly.
fuck
Fucking
those
worse
people.
shit. Like
Right.
like horrible fucking shit. So of course they were gonna scapegoat him, man.
Yeah.
But our
But
boy came out on top.
yeah, he ended up I think Tim Burton was the first one to cast him again, wasn't he?
Mhm.
He played him and the girl that plays Simone in this.
They were Penguin's parents in
Yeah,
Batman.
Penguin's parents. Batman
Batman.
Returns.
Yeah, Batman Returns. Yep. Which
I I think
I will say, and I will go down saying it. I don't care. It was the best Batman movie in all of them. I don't even care. Fight me, bro.
well, I probably wouldn't disagree with you because that's the one that had Catwoman
Yeah, it had the cast
and
was phenomenal. I mean, you couldn't have Danny DeVito.
yeah.
You're never gonna get a penguin played as well. I don't even care about this new penguin, but and maybe
You
I'm
may
just a little biased, but I don't
well,
know.
I'm trying to think because at first I was like, well,
The
part
movie's
1,
fucking beautiful.
but the first one to me, Jack Nicholson, I don't like him as the Joker.
Yeah, I mean, he did it for the era, right? But and it was still a beautifully filmed movie. The second one, dude, amazing. The design, the character designs, anyway. So,
Well,
and we get what we were just talking about. The poodle is in that too.
yeah. Well, I was at probably the right age for that movie too because
Yeah,
Catwoman, Oh man.
Yeah,
Best Catwoman ever. What was her
absolutely.
name? Uh,
Oh,
I can't even think of it.
Kim
Well,
Basinger.
no, it wasn't her.
I'm just joking.
You're getting your 80s blondes confused
Yeah,
here. Kim Cattrall.
yeah.
No, I think
No,
I'm wrong. Nope, I'm getting mine confused. Fuck it. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. It's embarrassing. They almost killed her. They squeezed her to death in that fucking girdle she had on. Probably shit her pants inside that thing because they squeezed her like a tube of toothpaste.
dude, it was she did amazing in it. With the whip and shit, like they really went to the
Yeah.
nines in that movie. And I mean, Christopher Walken, he
I
played amazing scumbag in that movie.
I don't know what my favorite Tim Burton movie is because I really do like Mars Attacks a lot
Yeah,
and Pee-wee's Big Adventure and it's I don't know, Beetlejuice. Yeah,
it's
man,
fucking
that's a
Michelle
tough one.
Pfeiffer, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew. That's what I was trying to. Cause I said Kim Basinger.
You got the right blonde lady,
Yeah,
but holy mother of God. Man, that broke my little brain. That's why
yeah,
to this day I like women in black that look like they would ruin my life.
yeah, like,
Yep, my little brain was like, "That's what I want when I grow up."
yeah. Yeah, it was
Anyway,
amazing. Anyway, back to the the actual movie we're
yeah.
covering.
Well, we kinda went down
Yeah,
that was kind of a
but see,
Tim Burton.
it all works because it all works hand in hand. You know, what I mean, he does the whole thing where he brings in all of his actors that he's had in all of his movies, even if it's for like a small little cameo. I've always loved that.
Brought old P-Dubs back.
Yeah,
Or they call
P
him
Dubs,
PW. I wish I was like,
PWs,
"Man,
P
they missed
Dubs.
a missed opportunity.
Yeah,
He should have been P-Dubs."
yeah. So we open with the La Tour de France stream. And did you ever see the Jurassic Park thing they did where they fucking put him in instead of the T-Rex? You've never
No.
seen that?
Oh, yeah, I
Anybody?
did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, anybody
I was
listen?
I was
Oh my
thinking the other
god.
way around.
It was when, yeah, he was like, they were looking in the rearview mirrors of the Jeep, and he's like, and he's like in his bike, and they're like trying to run from him.
I fucking I love that when it
Oh,
shows him. I love that when it shows the wide shots, like
yeah,
they're all pedaling their asses off, and he's like casually strolling, but he's cooking these fools.
yeah,
he's like, he's
yeah. He's fucking flying by them all, dude.
fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man,
Oh, yeah. He gets
and
up.
th-
He's getting ready to get the medal and get the kiss kiss, and then he gets woken up by his alarm clock, which sets into play his amazing fucking Rube Goldberg machine. Which
yeah,
I swear, when these kids move out, I'm gonna try. I want to build one through my entire house. I love these things. They're
I'm gonna.
amazing.
w- You'll build one.
It's gonna do something real stupid too. It's gonna have to do something really menial, but it's gonna take about a half hour.
Yeah, and with AI, imagine the goddamn machine you could make if you used AI to help.
Right.
Get my Tesla robot with its wig on.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, because it won't be completely complete yet because you're still saving up for the silicone.
well, I'll have a cheap Tesla robot because I'm
Yeah.
not a rich man, so all
You have
mine
like
has to do
the
is be able
GoBot
to.
one.
Mine just has to be able to put that kung fu grip on the fleshlight. Fucking go make some churn some butter. That'll be my alarm clock.
I think every day you'd be walking into work like fucking
John Wayne. Oh, like I just rode a horse. Oh, Pilgrim. My fucking dick would be worn down to a nub
Yeah, it'd
like
be
a fucking red carrot.
like like a pencil you sharpen too far.
Mhm. Yep. Oh, man.
It's all dehydrated.
Oh, yeah. Be
Water
all
that
fucking
plant.
I'll go, "I gotta teach, what would my robot's name be? I don't know. Whatever. I gotta teach
BB.
her I gotta teach BB how to use lotion because Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Drying me out here, lady." Uh
It's parched.
He fucking but he has that big ass contraption to make his breakfast, and
Hell
he
yeah, dude. It's
then he just
amazing.
eats 2 pieces of Mr. T cereal. He
Yeah, he's
covers
like,
his
what's he do? He sits down, he gets to after well, he has to play with his random toys in the morning on the floor, which is what I do in the morning sometimes. No. And then he goes down
he
his fire pole, which
Yeah.
his house is fucking amazing.
Well, the fire
Off the
pole
chain.
speaking of Batman, the fire pole was a nod to that because in the old Batman show, remember, he would jump on the fire pole and at the bottom, he would, magically have the Batman suit on.
Yeah. Yep. And he came down in his suit and he
Came down
sits
in his
down.
He's got, like, the mind of a child. He's like he's not he's not, touched by Jesus or anything, you know?
No,
He he's not
he's allowed to
retarded.
be him. No, he's very smart.
I mean, he owns his own fucking house.
Hello, PB. Or he's like, he's just at his, what's he say? Hello, Mr. Breakfast. Hello, PB.
Well, and his big ass toothbrush, it's like
Yeah.
it'd be funny, like, cause you can only brush your front teeth, so his molars and shit are probably rotten to the core.
They're made out
He
of
can't
candy.
he can't get that yeah, if all he's eating is Mr. T cereal.
Well, he only eats a couple pieces. And if you notice, he takes his time. I pity the poor fool that don't eat my cereal. Do you remember Mr.
Yeah.
T cereal?
Yeah.
It
Mhm.
wasn't very good.
I never had it,
It
but
had
it looked
like, it was like, do you remember Kicks?
Yep.
Do you remember
Yeah,
did you ever have Kicks?
like Smacks,
Kinda, yeah.
like
Well,
puffy bullshit
no, it
cereal.
was yeah, kinda, but it was like the round balls, like but it had like it tasted like sugar for like a split second and then nothing. It was just like a mush of nothing. That's kinda like Mr. T cereal was.
I don't buy cereal because I could literally buy a box of cereal and eat it in one sitting and still be hungry, so I don't
Yeah.
buy that shit. It's like,
Do you
you
remember
I'll
on that
I'll fuck some Fruity Pebbles up.
yeah, I can definitely eat some fucking Fruity Pebbles, bro, and some Cocoa Pebbles. We're older now, so it digests easier. Hey, you remember that Danzig fucking video when they were talking to Chuck Biscuits and he was showing off
Yeah, yep. Showing
his
off his, like,
Count Chocula
Count
and
Chocula and
blueberries,
Blueberry. Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
cereal box collection, fucking
Hey, man,
Chuck Biscuits.
you like what you like.
Yeah,
D
yeah.
don't
He
don't
probably still
judge.
has that shit. He probably has that shit graded now.
So, uh, we get to see his bike because he has it hidden behind bushes and shit or
Oh yeah,
whatever.
he's got a secret. Yeah, he's got a big secret hideaway for this amazing bike,
That
which we
thing is
haven't
pretty
seen yet.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, it
It
is
is
sweet.
it well, we saw it in the dream.
Oh, well, yeah. We saw it in the
Yeah.
dream, but we really get to see it. It really zooms in on it, you know, all the
Yeah, they
nice
said
shiny chrome.
most of the bullshit in his house, all the silly stuff, even that thing that waters his lawn
Mhm.
and the little, all the way to the lion on the front of his bike, all that shit was stuff he had from Pee-wee's Playhouse and stuff.
Oh, I believe every bit of that. And did you ever see his actual house, like where he
No.
lived? Dude, it was super. Obviously they keep it to where it's super clean, but the style is almost identical as far as it's got that like tiki room feel to it, like that
Yeah.
50s, spacey kind of feel, which I love. Like I love that style, but that's what his house looked like. So he wasn't really far off of. He probably had a basement filled with all that shit. I love to see that. There's just goofy ass shit everywhere.
I'd love this movie holds up so well. It looks like it could have been made this year. I mean,
Hmm.
I can't speak for the VHS cuz I haven't watched it on VHS in a long time, but I have the Blu-ray now and it looks perfect. It was filmed so well.
It was. It's beautiful. I mean, that's another thing I could say. You could say about Tim Burton is like his shit when he makes it, like it's very 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 well done. It's very very well done, and it
And
holds up.
after we get to see that magnificent bike, we get to meet the asshole of the the fucking dick.
Francis,
Talk about a punchable face. They cast the
dude.
perfect guy for this.
That Mark Holton, man,
Yeah.
did you ever watch that movie Gacy? It came out during the time they
He
did
played him?
Dahmer. Yeah,
I
he
could see
played
that.
Gacy. But it was Gacy, they did Bundy, and they did Dahmer. And which I think those three they're pretty good. The Bundy one's amazing too, but he played such a good fucking Gacy. Like it was incredible. And I don't think he ever got any props for it, which he probably wouldn't
The
want to take props for it, but
the best Ted Bundy I've ever seen is that movie No Man of God, I think it's called.
hmm.
That dude, you watch that movie and it's almost you can almost forget that that's not the real Ted Bundy in that movie.
Oh,
He plays him so
I don't
well.
think I've seen that. I have to see that.
Check it out. It's fucking good.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. Anyway, but
you
yeah, he
know,
does. He
uh,
plays a good. He plays a good fuck. A good
I
fucking
did
asshole.
well, I did find out that he wasn't their first choice. They offered that part to Corey Feldman.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah. But he didn't do it because he was shooting the Goonies at the time,
Oh, right, right.
which I think he would have been too young for the part
I don't
anyway,
think he would
because
have fit that character at all.
no.
I mean,
I think they lucked out because the guy they got fucking is perfect.
he is, and I don't know how much did he really do. Mark Holton do a lot leading up to this movie, even because I mean, even
I don't
after
think
this,
so.
he's not in a lot of shit. I
But
don't know.
I don't know. But is this where is this movie what came up with the I know you are, but what am I?
Oh, that's a Pee Wee thing all day, man. He did it in Pee
Fucking
Wee's Playhouse.
I know, but I didn't know if it was his creation or if it's just because kids used to say that all the time when we were young,
Yeah.
and it might have came from this. I don't know.
I remember your glue, whatever you say. What the fuck is that? Like, I remember,
Infinity.
yeah. I
I remember
remember
your
your
glue. Whatever
glue,
you
whatever.
say, bounce off me and sticks to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Infinity.
know you are, but what am I?
You're a nerd.
I know you are, but what am I?
You're an idiot.
I know you are, but what am I?
I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I?
I know you are, but what am I? Infinity.
No, I'm not. You are.
Oh yeah. Francis wants the bike. That's kind of sets off the plot of the movie because everybody loves Pee Wee
Yeah.
except Francis. Francis is jealous of Pee Wee.
For sure. He
He's
is not.
rich.
Mm-hmm.
Francis is rich, but he can't buy what there's no price on the bike, which I suppose there is because they sold it on eBay for like 30 some $1,000.
Which, hey,
It didn't
speaking
go
of
for a
which,
million trillion, huh?
I went to the Bicycle Museum of America in New Bremen, Ohio, and they have Pee Wee's bike there. Whether
Well,
it's the original or something, but if it's a remake of
yeah.
the bike, it is in fucking credible.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I think they made quite a few of them. You could probably make a replica of this bike pretty.
I went up to it and I was like, "Good morning," and kissed it.
Do
Then
the
they
like
kicked me out. No.
jazz hands as you're looking at
Yeah.
through the spokes.
When I walked into the room, that's all I saw was like that white painted stripe behind it.
Oh man. Yeah, fucking so Francis is a fuckface. He's a
Yeah.
spoiled rich kid that only I can only imagine he wants the bike because he can't have it.
Yeah, pretty much.
But then Pee-wee sees the kids doing the tricks with the BMX bikes.
Yeah, the sweet ass bikes, dude.
I love the fucking I love that he starts doing some crazy shit and then fucking wrecks and
Yeah, he
doesn't
eats
he
it.
say doesn't he say I meant to do that?
Yeah.
Maybe not. I don't. But it's funny whenever they do a stunt, they've got like a stunt guy that's not quite as thin as Pee-wee,
Yeah.
but
He
he's
does
got
the
like
flip.
he almost has like pompadour hair.
Yeah.
That's like they did an okay job because they never show too many frames of it, but if you're paying attention, it's pretty noticeable that that ain't Pee-wee.
Yeah, well, they had to do it. It's almost like in this movie, I think it's like definitely acceptable, and they most likely did it on purpose, just because there's a couple of parts in this movie where you could tell they did it on purpose, just for the hell of it,
Well, yeah, it would have like how they did was it Austin Powers? It would have been funny like
Mhm.
if they had some bodybuilder play his stunt
Oh,
double.
yeah, or like on that movie, I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker, when his mom comes in and beats up all the thugs, but when it shows her, it's got
Oh
some dude with
yeah.
a big ass mustache.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid.
When
Ugh,
so you didn't watch this one on VHS then?
no. I was
Okay.
going to because that's what I thought I had it on. But it turns out, like I said, I think I sold this and Big Top Pee Wee, or I traded them, I think, for
Okay.
something.
I only mention that because on the VHS the you can see when he's chaining his bike to the clown.
Yep, you could see the chain coming up from the very
Yeah.
bottom of the screen because when I watched it I watched it on Amazon or whatever, and yeah, they edited
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Well, the formatting was all wrong. It was like 4:3 and the widescreen, the bottom is cut off. It's
Yeah,
properly matted so you don't see that,
right.
you know. I think you got to when I honestly never noticed it when I was a kid. I didn't
It
I
was
didn't
pointed
notice it.
out. I didn't notice it till it was pointed out way back in the day when they were talking about little nuances in movies back before internet, and I was like, no way. And I went and watched it. I was like, whoa, it's really there.
Well, for some reason, I don't know, but let's pretend we didn't see that because somehow he fits about 200 pounds of fucking chain in
Yeah,
his in his little sidecar
it's
thing
phenomenal.
and chains his
And he only
bicycle
wraps
to
the clown about three times, but wraps his bike, covers his bike in chain. I love it.
Oh man, yeah, you would think he wouldn't want it to that'd scratch the fuck out of your paint. Pee-wee, use your
Pee-wee.
brain, man.
So he goes into like one of the fucking coolest stores ever,
Yeah.
the Mario's Magic Shop. Did you see on the wall? Because it was one of those old shops.
Elvira.
Yeah, that early
Yeah.
Elvira poster. That was
Yeah.
like real early.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I would love to have that poster. It's fucking sweet. But
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, holy shit, because I didn't notice it. I didn't notice it until I watched it again. So I was like, whoa.
If I met Mario in real life, I'd be like, I'd have to do a background check on this guy.
Why?
He
He
is
doesn't come
just
off as that.
he is off his fucking he is
You're
out of
gonna
his
tell,
mind.
dude. This guy. Okay, so right before that, Pee Wee's checking out all the shit in the wall, and Pee Wee's the one checking out the chick in the X-ray glasses, not Mario.
Yeah, sorry, Mario.
Yeah,
I apologize.
it's just funny.
He's gonna sue me for defamation.
He's just going to appear like and smoke like he does when he disappears to go get Pee-wee's box.
With he has the trick gum.
Yeah. The boomerang
Which they
tie.
use. The boomerang tie and the headlight glasses.
Yeah, he doesn't use the boomerang tie though.
It's in a deleted scene.
Oh, is it? I'd like to see that.
Yeah, he uses it. Yeah, because it's weird because in movies, if you film something, it's always for a purpose. They wouldn't, you know, they never show things that they don't have some kind of payoff for because, it's expensive to make a movie. You don't just But the boomerang, if you get the Blu-ray, there's a deleted scene. Well, you could find it on YouTube where he uses it to distract the security guards at the Warner Brothers lot.
Oh, okay. Right.
He throws it and breaks a window with it, and they go off that way.
Oh, I got you.
But they cut it out for whatever reason.
That's all right.
Yeah. But that's a boomerang bow tie story. Because you're not the only. I looked it up because I too was like, what the fuck? Where's the boomerang bow tie?
Yeah. We didn't think about that as kids, but now as adults, we're like, I really wanted to see that fucking be in action.
How many kids our age bought those X-ray glasses? Because in the comic books, it showed that you could see women naked with them.
Well, I remember in the backs of the comics where, because there was that whole panel that had like all the stink bombs and the all that stuff. But I remember the picture of the guy wearing them and he was holding his hand up and you could see through it. Did you ever buy a pair of those?
Yes, I did.
Okay, they don't do shit. They just blur your vision.
Well, they're just cardboard with a little hole in it.
The ones I had, the ones that I got had like a little screen inside that like did some kind of weird thing and like distorted your vision.
I got the government assistance ones. Mine were cardboard with
the government,
holes.
Yeah.
I had the welfare.
The Kmart
X-ray
ones.
Glasses.
Yeah.
Those are the ones they use for surgeries in the hood.
Yeah, they had the big black frames around them too, like the ones you get in boot camp.
Yeah, they had the ones I had looked exactly like the ones in the picture in the comics. They had the red and white swirly on the front.
Yeah,
but they just
government
had a little
assistance.
My welfare glasses.
My welfare glass. It's all my mama could afford.
They accidentally dropped them in a bag wick of.
Those were your prescription glasses.
Yeah,
that's all that they could give you.
I had to cut them out from the box that the government cheese came in.
Yeah, it was a pop out on the cardboard.
Yeah, I couldn't afford fancy, just blur your vision X-ray glasses like Kevin here.
Them fancy ones.
The fancy ones. They simulate beer goggles.
Yeah, who would have known I'd have those to this day. So he goes out to check on his bike again, right? And it's still there, all wrapped up and everything. And he pats it and he goes into Chuck's Bike-O-Rama and we see like this whole crew of BMXers wearing all the padding in the world.
All like they're fucking doing some kind of X Games or something.
Yeah,
and
they're like his wingmen.
Bike shop.
Yeah, they're like, trying to fish and find out what he's in there for, and he's got a top secret project that Dottie's working on.
Oh, yeah. And they're all kind of hanging around Dottie, but Dottie wants Pee-wee for whatever reason.
Yep.
Pee-wee's probably got a...
Because she's after him, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, look how skinny Pee-wee is and how awkward he is. The odds of him not having a giant fucking dick are pretty slim. And Dottie can smell it. She
he wants it.
It's just funny. He's fucking she's basically hitting on him, and what's the because he
He's
gives
throwing
her
shade, man. He's just like, nah.
he gives her the same speech that he gets later on.
Yep. He's a loner.
I'm a loner, a rebel.
You don't want to get mixed up with a guy like me.
I
Yeah.
like you.
That's the thing, I like you too.
Dottie!
There's a lot of things about me you don't know anything about, Dottie. Things you wouldn't understand. Things you couldn't understand. Things you shouldn't understand.
I don't understand.
You don't want to get mixed up with a guy like me. I'm a loner, Dottie. A rebel.
Yeah, he's one of them types that pull tags off of mattresses.
But let's talk about Dottie for a second, though. Elizabeth Daly, anyway. She has been in so much shit, dude.
Oh, yeah.
And even up to now, you know, obviously she's Dottie. So Rugrats, right? She the main voice in Rugrats, Powerpuff Girls. So much shit. And then she goes on and she's in fucking was it 31? You know, she's a brutal fucking killer in 31, you know. And Devil's Rejects. I mean, she's a prostitute. So it's like, what a shift, you know, like amazing. I love it.
I mostly remembered her from Better Off Dead. Remember that?
Yeah. I remember that, yeah.
Because she actually got to sing in that.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's apparently a singer.
Yeah.
But that's a movie I kind of remembered her from because Better Off Dead and One Crazy Summer were staples.
Yeah. Right.
Back in my day.
I just watched One Crazy Summer not too long ago. The fucking whole Godzilla scene, dude.
Yeah.
Oh.
The cute and fuzzy bunnies.
Oh my God. I love Bobcat Goldthwait, man.
Yep. We're not talking about that.
No.
We'll end up talking about One Crazy Summer.
I know.
Watch that movie. It's fucking great.
So yeah, Dottie asked Pee Wee out. He diverts it completely. You know, he's got better things to do. She's been wanting to go to the drive-in with him, and he's just like, nope. So he goes out to get on his bike and head home, and finds his bike gone. And the
I love the way they circle around him with the camera and shit, like he's about to pass out.
Yeah, and the clown's laughing at him. It's like it's all evil. It looks like the clown from fucking Poltergeist after it turns.
And it's
phenomenal.
It's so fucking sad.
It is
when he's walking around and everybody's riding bikes by him.
You keep seeing it like in the reflections of the mirrors, or he's got that little remote control motorcycle that goes by him.
Oh, and his head pops. That's like, oh, Pee-wee. It's like the breakup scene in a movie where his girlfriend dumps him and he sees couples everywhere. That's basically what he's doing with his bike. He just sees everybody has a bike except him.
Yep, and it's all his.
Poor guy. The little remote control one was the funny one because he's like head down crying, and then he's like, oh.
Yeah, way to stick it to him. So then he's at the police station because he's trying to file a report, and the opening line from the police officer was, "So you think the Soviets were involved?"
Of course.
So he went in there and he's like, I think the Soviets were involved in the theft of my bike.
Fucking
so good.
Cold War era man.
So funny, dude. Oh my God. I'm just gonna start blaming that from now on. I think the Soviets were involved with this.
Soviets, yeah. Well, it's just funny because even it's like even to this day, nobody will do anything about bikes being stolen.
I know.
You could steal bike. No, I better not say this. But you could basically steal a bike and nobody ever does a fuck. They could catch you on camera and won't do a fucking thing about it.
All they'll ask you for is if you recorded the serial number.
Yeah.
Or if you registered your bike in case they find it. Gay.
Gay. Ah!
Oh,
He offers a $10,000 reward for it.
yeah.
And Dottie says, "How the hell are you gonna get that kind of money?"
Yeah.
And he's
Oh,
like, "Well, the guy that
clearly
told
the
me
guy that
where
stole it's going to be the one bringing me back my bike, so he doesn't get the money."
yeah, he doesn't get the fucking money."
Oh shit, we
Pee-wee.
went over him going over to fucking Francis's house though. Cause
Oh yeah,
he was in the police station and she was like asked him basically, is there anybody that might want your bike? And he's like, Francis.
oh yeah, I fucking almost forgot about that. That's
Yeah.
fucking hilarious. It's like he goes up to the second floor of the house. Is that a swimming pool or is that supposed to be his bathtub?
I think it's supposed to be his bathtub. He's like,
Jesus
he's taking
Christ.
a bath and he's like, where are they hosing him off at?
Yeah. Pee-wee's just roasting him.
Oh, dude, he's going hard on him. And then
But
like he sees him come in and he like hides under the water and he sees his fucking legs come in and he starts
he
screaming.
tries to murder him. Yeah. He fucking Pee-wee is trying to murder this fucking guy.
Yeah, dude. It's fucking great. It's such a great scene.
Yeah, I love it. When he's underwater and he sees Pee-wee's legs come down into the water.
He starts screaming.
That's so that's so fucking funny. Then his dad comes in and breaks him up.
Yeah, dude. Like those fucking jumpsuits they're wearing, you see that in a lot of these movies, and it's
They're
like
not flattering.
they're not at all. I don't know what the fuck. So yeah, he breaks it up and he's like, just look at him. He wouldn't steal your bike, you know, and
He's doing the pouty lip shit and blinking his eyes. Perfect heel.
yeah.
Perfect fucking heel for the movie.
What an asshole.
He's such a weasel.
Yeah.
He plays the rich dickhead perfectly.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I said, the casting in this movie is phenomenal. Like everybody just hit their mark.
And Pee-wee's like, we don't have to get the authorities involved, do we? And then gives him the trick gum. There's trick gum. First.
He goes, fruit, please.
Yeah. Fruit.
Fruit, please.
That's fucking. There's our first magic trick.
And then fucking Francis starts spitting fucking oil, and then the dad starts screaming.
Yeah. I wonder what the fuck.
I love it.
It must have been a hot
Fiberglass. Fucking fiberglass.
Pee-wee asked for help at the radio station.
Yep.
And all this. But then we find out that Francis did fucking steal the bike.
And he doesn't even fucking want it anymore.
Nope. Too much heat, man.
Yeah.
He almost got fucking drowned in his own bathtub pool.
Yeah, too close. It was too close for comfort.
I'd straight up fucking piss in that thing.
And then that actor that takes his bike away, man, he's been in so much random shit too. And
I know. I could not find out his fucking name.
I
think he's just greasy douchebag.
Dude, it's crazy because he's always plays that same character, and he reminds me of Steve Baders from the Dead Boys. You know what I'm talking about? But because he was in Polyester, it's not that character. That was Steve Baders in Polyester. But yeah, I don't know who this character is, man. But he pops up in this era of movies a lot, and usually with the people that are all in that circle of friend group, you know, Paul Rubens' friend group, essentially. So that'd be an interesting one. He's been in a bunch of B movies too, but I'll just call him Steve Baders.
This is the scene that turns this from a mystery movie into a road trip movie.
Right.
Because up to this point, you're like, shit, his fucking bike's gone. Who took it? But
yeah,
they reveal that in the first act, before which is good because I do like that they kind of show their hand at the beginning, and then the movie just becomes about the road trip.
Right. It is adventure. Yep.
Yeah.
The hunt for his bike, it lights the fuse to get the story going.
Right, because now we have a clear antagonist.
And we know like how much this bike means.
Fucking spoiled dickhead.
Yeah. John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah, John Wayne Gacy done stole your bike.
Done stole your bike again.
He got all that money. And Pee-wee has the meeting in his basement about what he should fucking do, producing his evidence and such, which is pretty much nothing.
Yeah, everybody's like just hot and stuffy, and what's he say? He goes, hand knitting, and knitting, and knitting, and knitting.
Well, that leads into your hissing scene.
Oh.
Pee-wee hissing in the rain at the muggers.
Dude, I fucking crack up at this scene every fucking time. And the one dude that jumps out that's like, hey, you're not supposed to be on all turf. That looks like my dad. I always crack up because I always think it's my dad. Like he's always jumping out in the rain at me, saying that shit.
Hey,
to me.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. No. But yeah, then he hisses.
Yeah.
And he hisses again when he goes in to see Madame Ruby, and she has to take off his jacket, and he hissed at her again.
He fucking gives her his wallet.
Yeah, the whole or the wads of ones on the table, and then she just kind of like slyly just takes his wallet out of his hand.
Poor guy. He doesn't have any pictures of anyone but his goddamn bike and his. So
that's like
hey,
you and your wallet, but it's you and all your cats.
Hey, I won't hear that.
And your guitars. It's you and your Schecter.
Now I'm gonna go cry in the corner. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kevin. You're breaking my fucking heart.
You're breaking my balls.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it.
And Madame Ruby tells him his bike is in the basement of the Alamo.
Yep.
Plot point. Destination.
Yep. Now the story has begun.
Yep. We've got an adventure.
Yep. The fuse has been lit.
Yep. And it cuts right to fucking Pee-wee hitching with his stick and bindle.
Yep. Stick and bindle. Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's got the fucking red and white polka dots.
Yeah.
Like
the only kind underwear. You should ever, if you're ever going to do a stick and bindle, that's the only way to do it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it looks like Arthur's underwear in the Ghosts and Goblins game.
Oh, my God.
So the adventure continues, and Pee-wee gets picked up by Mickey.
Yeah.
And I fucking love that this is like a missed opportunity because the movie would have been about 30 minutes long had he just turned his head to the right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because his fucking bicycle was right there.
Right there. Right when he was he was watching Mickey was like mumbling something to himself or whatever, and Pee-wee kept doing it too, like just impersonating him.
Well, because he wants to be a badass. He sees Mickey as being a tough guy, and he wants to be a tough guy.
Man, when he first got in the car and he's like, I'm Mickey, and then Pee-wee's like, I'm Pee-wee, and he looks at him like, the fuck did you just say?
What the fuck did you just call me?
What the fuck did you just call me?
It's funny though, because Mickey gives him the story about, the pulling the tags off mattress shit.
Yeah.
And basically tells him that he got a bum rep that he's innocent and all this shit. That's like that's how he's basically not a hardened criminal. He pulled a fucking tag off a mattress.
Under
But then the
penalty
shit
by
he does,
law.
but then he has a fucking gun.
Well, yeah, because he was escaping. It's because he's got a real bad temper.
He got a real bad temper. Fucking
He goes, the police. Puh, and Pee-wee's like, the police. Yeah.
fucking but they come upon a roadblock,
Yep.
and I guess I shouldn't question it because of how fast Pee-wee got changed into his suit at the beginning of the movie.
Right. I mean, he's a man of mystery.
But he goes full olive oil in like 2 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah. And gives Mickey a goatee and glasses.
And Mickey's kind of eyeballing him like it's not safe for Pee-wee to stay dressed like that for too long, or he's gonna get fucking bent over the pipe like Pulp Fiction style.
That cop was feeling the same too.
Oh yeah, Pee-wee was irresistible.
So they pull through, and yeah, they drive off, and like Mickey's like eyeing him up and down while he's bopping back and forth.
Like you can't tell if he thinks he's retarded or if he wants to fuck him.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck's going on, dude?
Pee-wee's
I love
like,
it. Yeah.
Yep, poor Pee-wee would be at the mercy of whoever wanted to take his flower.
Yep, absolutely.
Is this where Pee-wee fucking Pee-wee drives so Mickey can sleep, and then he fucking drives the car? Does he fall asleep?
Well,
and then drives the car off the cliff? Is that what happened?
well, he's driving, and then like all the signs on the street start looking all fucking weird. Which, have you ever had that shit happen to you? Like driving, like when you've been fucking driving, and then the sign they don't look like that, but you almost feel the same way.
I've been driving where I'll have to roll the window down and fucking scream to stay awake.
Yeah.
Ah! Oh man, I was driving home from Pennsylvania one time, and all the rest areas were closed because I needed to pull over and take a short little 5-minute nap or
little
something.
siesta. Yeah.
But I was like, ah,
Yeah.
trying my best to stay awake. That's like a form of torture. So I understand him falling asleep here.
Yeah.
But
then he goes off the cliff, and then they fucking pull the convertible top, and it acts as a parachute and gently gets them to the ground.
Well, and then Mickey kicks Pee-wee out, but then that's when he gives him the speech that Pee-wee gave to Dottie.
Yeah, the come around.
I'm a loner, a rebel. That
Yeah.
bullshit.
You don't want to get caught up with a guy like me.
And it's basically from here up until till they find his bike. It's like we get introduced to different characters. It's basically broken down into scenes because our next one is Large Marge, who is probably the most memorable character of this movie.
Well, he puts those fucking headlight glasses on, and he fucking turns them on, and he's got like every fucking animal in the world around him.
Yeah,
and they're all like super fake looking too. It's fucking great. I love it.
Well, they had a couple real ones, but most of them were taxidermy.
Yeah, it was all like real, just stage taxidermy shit. Yeah, it was funny.
But before he turned the headlight glasses on, they had drawn his eyes in.
Yeah.
And they were like a foot apart.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus Christ, he'd have to have a big... You ain't sneaking up on somebody with eyes that far apart. They're going to be on the side of his goddamn head.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Tim Burton for the win.
But Large Marge. I think everybody that saw this back in the day, this is the scene that they were talking about at school.
Yeah. Because it freaked you out the first time you saw it, and now, even watching it, you're like, it's so silly.
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
Be sure and tell them Large Marge sent ya.
Well, the Chiodo brothers did that. They did
Oh, yeah?
that. Yeah,
That's
Killer
sweet.
Clowns from Outer Space.
Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't know that.
They did that stop motion for Large Marge.
That's awesome.
But yeah, see, it's funny because she looks over at him and says that, and he's just sitting there like,
What the fuck?
okay.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be out of that. I'd jump out of that fucking truck and be down the road, and he's just sitting there like, that's
Yeah.
peculiar.
Yeah.
You know.
That's hilarious. I love it.
That's a famous scene. I mean, she's a ghost, right? Basically.
Essentially, yeah. She's that spirit that's on the highway, you know, on a night just like that night, you know.
Just like tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he goes to the inn and the guy tells the same story.
Yeah, when he goes in and he says, Large Marge sent me, and the guy goes, that's impossible.
On a night just like tonight.
And that guy has been in a lot of shit, and he's usually like a harbinger. You know what I'm saying? He's just, I don't know. He's like typecasted for that. So then he keeps staring him down while he's eating, and then he like obviously staring him down.
Yeah. Well, you can't fault someone for getting typecast. Like if I was a movie star, I'd be like the creepy guy.
Yeah. the creepy guy.
The creepy guy with the cats.
Yeah.
And the guitars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, I'd be typecast, definitely. And Pee-wee, this is when he finally realizes that the fucking I don't think he knows that Madame Ruby stole his wallet, but his wallet's gone.
Yeah.
So he has to clean the fucking dishes to pay for his meal.
Yeah.
And
we told our kid that our oldest, we told her that she's gonna have to do that this one time because she wanted us to go somewhere and eat, and she had her own money and she forgot it. So we told her we're gonna have to tell the waitress that she's gonna have to go do that.
That fucking sucks.
I wish she could do that though, man. I'd go if I really was hungry for something and I didn't have any money, I'd go wash some fucking dishes for a plate. Would you?
No. No. The ramen noodles are cheap, man.
But I don't know, man.
I'll put it this way. I wouldn't eat at a place that had that policy because I'm not eating off dishes that somebody cleaned reluctantly.
I worked when I worked in the restaurants and stuff way back in the day, like at one of the restaurants, we had this dude that would do the dishes, and he would the dish tubs that would come back to him, the plates that were on top, if there was still a bunch of food on them, he would eat all the food off of it before he'd spray it off and put it in the dish machine.
I used to think that when
eating French fries.
You remember TJ's?
Yeah, I remember TJ's. Oh, yes.
I used to go there, and they would always have this guy go around and collect the plates and the silverware and stuff, and he didn't have any teeth.
Oh no!
So he had like the mush mouth thing.
Mm-hmm.
And in my mind, I was like, they don't clean the silverware. They just let him lick it clean in the back. Like he's back there going,
oh my
god. But guess what? I don't eat at fucking restaurants anymore because I ruined my own brain works against me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a traitor to my needs.
Yeah.
Simone, does Simone want to fuck Pee-wee?
No, I think she's just a nice person. You know, she's only there for a little while till she can get to Paris.
Yeah.
But obviously they go on to get married and stuff and have the penguin as a kid that they get rid of. So, I mean, something may have happened in that T-Rex.
They had a flipper baby, literally.
Yeah, flipper baby. They dumped it. They dumped it in the creek.
They got them flipper babies.
It keeps eating it keeps eating the goddamn cats.
He keeps gumming all the silverware.
Sucking it down like a pacifier. Oh my god.
That's how they're cleaning my fucking spoons in the back. Here's your spoon, sir. But they're having their conversation in the T-Rex and Andy's listening. And this is the kind of shit that flies right over your head as a kid. But when
Yeah, I was getting ready to talk about this part. Yep.
Go ahead.
No, I'll let you go ahead. No, it's funny.
I'm just talking when she says I've been waiting for someone to put it to me like that.
Yes. Yep.
And right when Andy's listening, because he was like, "Let's talk about your big butt."
Yeah, let's talk because everybody has a big butt, but I can't do this because
Simone, this is your dream. You have to follow it.
I know you're right, but
But what? Everyone I know has a big butt.
And that was the whole conversation, and like that's all Andy's hearing is let's talk about your big butt.
I've been waiting for somebody to put it to me like that. Yep. Old Pee-wee, I told you he's fucking packing. Pee-wee's got a dong on him.
So yeah, like Andy's out there waiting.
Man-sized crank.
She goes out and she goes, Andy.
They supposedly wanted Andre the Giant for that part.
That would have been great.
That would have been so they just got the biggest fucking guy they could get since they couldn't get him.
Yeah.
And that guy looks like he struggles to walk, much less run.
Right. But he did.
Yep, he did. He was a trooper, man. But after this, Pee-wee gets on the train.
Yep.
So we got another scene with another character. He fucking
Speaking of sucking on some spoons.
Yep, Hobo Jack. This motherfucker, he's got a slot too because he's still got his like if he were like a hillbilly vampire.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's still got 2 teeth up there.
Well, that's what he uses to open the cans.
He just pokes holes in apples.
Yeah. And he's been eating your Reese's.
Yeah. Think of how easy it would be to fit veneers on that guy. He just has teeth. Just 2 teeth to hang on. Like fake go ahead.
No, that scene in Deliverance, the one backwoods dude that had the teeth like that, or those 2 front ones clicked in, because if you remember, that's the one that they killed, and they noticed because his teeth, they didn't click in right. They always kept falling out. Yeah.
Is that the old man that when they're playing dueling banjos, the fucking old man's just standing there dancing?
It's not that dude. It's not that one, no.
Okay. That always cracked me up. He looks just like this Hobo Jack.
Yeah.
But it's true to form where Hobo Jack starts singing.
Yep.
He starts singing, and Pee-wee, they cut scene to scene, and Pee-wee's like singing with him, and then you see Pee-wee kind of getting tired of it. And then the last scene, he's like, fuck this, and he throws himself from the train to get away from him.
He's like, ah!
Pee-wee's so lighthearted and fun, but he has a limit.
Right.
And he lands right in front of the fucking sign for the Alamo.
Yep, he made it. So he goes up to go through the tour, and I believe
that's Jan Hooks from Saturday Night Live.
Oh shit! Okay, it is super young though.
Yeah, she recently.
God, sounds just like Stretch, dude. Like,
yeah, she looks a lot like her too.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't realize. When I rewatched it, I was like, is that Stretch? I didn't look it up, but
yeah, that's I recognized her from SNL, but I did have to look up her name because she's like a Groundlings. She came from the same comedy troupe as Pee-wee.
Yeah.
Elvira.
That whole crew. Like,
all these people.
That's what I love. Again, like it's a bunch of friends getting together and just making a movie. Elvira's Haunted Hills, the same thing. Like she just pulled together pretty much all of her friends from her theater and from that troupe as well, and made this movie, and it's awesome as well. And she wrote it, so paid for it all out of her own money too.
Then we have to see poor little Pee-wee get his heart broken again.
Yep.
And
because why?
Because there ain't no fucking basement at the Alamo. And that little fucking bastard takes a picture of him
in his most somber moments. Yep, at his lowest point.
Yep, he looks like he's gonna cry, and that little fucker pops out and snaps a picture of him.
Yep, absolutely.
Pee-wee should have fucking 300 kicked that little fucker.
Lit his ass up.
This is Sparta. Fucking launch him
as he's kicking him.
Launch that kid. Fucking get some hang time on him, little bastard.
Kick him into the basement of the Alamo.
And put him in the basement, yeah. And as you do in your low points, you call your lady.
The one that you yelled at.
Except he's not calling her because he wants to talk to her. He's asking her for a bus ticket because he's a fucking mooch. He wants a bus ticket home after fucking standing her up and.
Oh, he let everybody up, man.
On. I don't know if he let her on necessarily.
No, he let her up. Like he was yelling at everybody. He's like, "I don't want anybody's help." So he apologized, and then they're at the bus station. He runs into Simone, right? And then is that when he calls Dottie? And then Andy pops up out of nowhere, stalking her. I guess.
Well, this is also when she doesn't quite believe where he's at, and he goes, "Oh yeah," and he goes, "The stars at night are big and bright.
Keep it in the hall, protected."
How fucking funny it would be if if I ever go to Texas, I'm gonna try that.
I did when I was in Texas, and everybody looked at me. Well, there's like 2 people that looked at me.
They were like, "Fuck off."
Yeah, Northerner.
Well, this was years ago too,
yeah.
So they would have been like, "Get out of here, you gay."
Yeah.
Where are you calling from?
Texas.
Where?
Honest. Listen, I'll prove it.
The stars at night are big and bright.
Deep in the heart of Texas.
Oh man. And the fucking when he does the bull ride shit.
Yeah.
They kind of do the same thing after he gets away from Andy. He disguises himself as a bull rider.
Mm-hmm.
But when he wakes up, they're like, "Do you remember anything?"
Yeah.
And he goes, "I remember the Alamo," and they're all like, "Woo!"
Yeah.
Hey kid, what's your name?
I can't remember.
Where you from?
I can't remember.
Can't you remember anything?
I remember the Alamo.
At that point,
so
it's like
stupid.
like a reflex.
Yeah.
They can't fucking help themselves. I'm gonna try both of those.
You should.
I'll go to a mall and go, "Remember the Alamo."
Didn't Ozzy Osbourne just get forgiven just here in the past couple years because back in the old day he was all fucked up and went and pissed on the side of the Alamo, so they banned him?
I don't think they forgave him.
Well, I think he went back because he got arrested, and I think they expunged.
Long gone.
Well, yeah, but I think he went back like here, a little while ago. It wasn't too long, and like the town of San Antonio or whatever, the sheriff forgived him or something. I don't remember. It was something stupid, but yeah.
I don't know. I I don't keep up on Ozzy these days.
Yeah, it's just one of
But
those
you're
things you hear.
probably right. You're probably right. Not that I don't love the man. He's a fucking national treasure.
He is.
He's
And
I'm not
honestly, at the time when he pissed on the Alamo, it probably would have ate the fucking building away for as much shit that was in the system.
yeah.
Fucking
Melt like
battery acid. He's fucking pissing battery acid at the
pushing up on the shot.
Pull out my wee fucking store on the side of his fucking elbows.
All right,
What'd you
Ozzy.
say? What'd you say?
Huh?
I fish over here, be fucking my penis is all swollen up like a balloon. I need to wake up in the middle of the night when I'm
You got the drip.
dreaming about the lady.
It's like slow down, Boomhauer.
What'd you say? Get out the fucking cotton. Jesus Christ.
Oh shit.
Pee-wee goes to the Apache bar.
That's right. He finds a phone.
Apache. I fucking love that he's so goddamn bold.
Oh, he is. And he shushes all of them.
Yeah, he shushes
He's
them.
on the phone.
I'm trying to use the phone.
Dude, you sounded just like that was dead on.
I fucking love that. He's such a brazen asshole when he wants to be.
Yeah.
But and everybody ends up loving him still.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, operator, I can't hear you.
I'm trying to use the phone.
Dude, oh my god. So they pull him out. They pull him out and shit. Kick him out. He knocks over all their bikes. And then he gets pulled right back in.
Well, there's the cameo here too.
Yes,
by,
Elvira.
Like Evan's hero.
Yeah, dude. Elvira, man. She's like, let me have a turn with them. And they're like, ooh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If I were Pee-wee, I'd be like, yeah, let her have a turn with me.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
and then we
she's
get
awesome.
the fucking infamous fucking tequila dance.
Oh, yeah. He's like, if I'm going to die, just let me have this one last... the fucking guy that gives him his shoes.
Yeah. Yeah. He's super short.
They're only like 4-inch fucking platforms, but when he takes them off, he's like 2 feet shorter.
I know. That's the shit I'm talking about, dude. I love that. Like, it's so stupid. Like, it's so effective. It's like these tiny little gags through this entire movie that are just they're awesome.
Yeah, this is another scene. This and the Large Marge scene get talked about the most.
Yeah.
Because all of us little kids were doing this in school.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's amazing. So he wins over the hearts of all the Satan's helpers. And
all the
they get him out, you know, they fucking love him and they give him a motorcycle to continue on with his journey. And again, one of the funniest fucking scenes of the movie. No sooner does he fucking take off on a bike that he doesn't know how to ride, but he fucking smacks it to the fucking side.
And he's getting...
and it's off in the distance, too, which I don't know if that's what makes the scene so fucking funny, because he's literally riding off. It's not a close-up shot. It's just like, bang, he hits his fucking side.
Well, it's another one of the scenes where they're using a stunt double that has like the pompadour hair on.
Yeah.
It's like clearly not Pee-wee.
Oh, I fucking love it though. He just fucking smacks that sign. That's like it. Like that was his motorcycle adventure.
Well, but
that's how I would be though.
Also, again, I was watching it on Blu-ray, so on VHS you probably can't tell that that's not Pee-wee.
Yeah. So fucking funny, dude.
VHS was wonderful for masking stuntmen and
oh yeah,
and bad effects.
So much stuff looks so much better on that because of it, you know.
Yeah, because once you
or it's just how I remember seeing it the first time, you know.
Yeah, once you transfer some of the stuff to Blu-ray, it loses some of its magic because the curtain is pulled back a little bit because you can see like the makeup.
Yeah, the magic gets filtered out a little bit. That's all right.
But Pee-wee gets the bikers treatment because they give him a escort to the hospital.
Yep, absolutely.
They fucking love him, man.
Yeah, he really. When all else fails, get your cook's shoes and do the tequila dance, and you will win the hearts of many.
And the fucking dream he has when he's in the hospital is creepy as fuck for a kid.
Oh, that's awesome
Clown.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. But the clowns, man.
Yeah. The teeth drawn on the lips, and then when the surgeon fucking pops his mask down and he's got teeth on his lips, and then he opens his mouth is really weird.
And I guess this is all calling back to the fact that he chained his bike to a clown.
Yeah, I think that's the callback.
I guess.
Because that's kind of the teeth on the lips and stuff that looks like the clown that he chained his bike to. And then we go into the big giant oven, the big giant cauldron with Francis dressed up like Satan and all the demons.
Devil.
Yeah.
Francis the devil.
It's kind of like that scene. I can't remember what it was called, and I didn't obviously research this part, whatever. But those old French movies where they're kind of in a red filter, but it's got like the dancing devil and stuff. That's kind of like what it reminds me of, because they did like the
sepia tone.
Yeah, kind of a more red. There's some that are really super red and like blue even when they're kind of messing around, but like just the way the whole scene was, it's pretty sweet. Like they didn't do like flames around the cauldron. It's a bunch of glitter, streamers with fans on it, which I love. And then the only fire was when he was like, blah, again, and was burning his bike up. But yeah, super cool dream sequence, I think.
Yep, and any time we get to see Francis's fucking asshole character is great. He wasn't in the movie quite enough.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's almost a perfect movie. So
yeah,
what the hell do I know? Maybe we got the exact amount of Francis.
Yeah, I think we got the best amount.
And Pee-wee wakes up conveniently right when his bike is on the television.
Yep. He finds out.
What a coincidence.
Yeah. Kevin Morton.
Giving it to that little asshole. 1980s Justin Bieber.
Yeah. He's got like Donald Trump hair.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
At 12 years old.
He's like the 80s Bieber minus the getting fucked by Puff Daddy.
That's fucking Kevin Arnold's older brother in Wonder Years, right?
Yeah. Wonder Years. Yeah. And you know that show that Marilyn Manson was in?
Yeah. where he cut his chops.
There are still people that believe that shit.
It's so funny.
I know people that
was before he got his rib removed.
Yeah, to suck his own dick.
Yeah.
Genius. See, now that's the good thing about Google. Being able to find out that he didn't really remove his rib, because if he removed his rib and was able to suck his own dick, you know how many guys would be out here walking around with one less rib? We'd all be like, I want that dick suck surgery. Sucking dick is gay, but not if it's my own.
Absolutely.
Like that's the only benefit to like I saw this thing online where it said, would you rather be a werewolf, vampire, or zombie? And it's like, well, zombie is out completely. Vampire, obviously, come on. I mean, depending on what movie you base it off of would be awesome. But the thing about werewolves is they don't remember anything about being the time they are a werewolf, according to the movies anyway.
Right.
But the perk is they can lick their own balls. I want to make a movie where it's a werewolf movie, but the werewolf has all the same traits as a dog, like the whole fucking
Well, like a
movie.
Red
Like,
Rocket.
well, like,
Red Rocket.
yeah, but like, imagine a werewolf knocks you down and just starts humping you, or or like
By humping
walking
your
through your
leg.
backyard. They're just out in the yard sniffing each other's asses,
Yeah,
licking
that's
their
their secret
balls,
handshake. Yeah, that's how they.
humping the air.
When you're in the werewolf club, when you come in, you got to let them sniff your butt, sniff your
Yeah,
nuts.
yeah. Like, I don't trust you. Turn around. And it's like
He
to
likes
see
you. He shook your hand.
like Dog Soldiers, or like American Werewolf in London's a good example. Like, if that movie, if he got turned on a little bit, and you just see the werewolf like humping the air,
Yeah.
like now's your chance, get away while he's distracted. He's just like humping other werewolves' faces.
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing? Yeah, it'd be
Sitting there.
funny.
Oh,
They don't ever really give werewolves any kind of dog traits. They're
yeah.
always like this badass fucking killer.
Well, yeah. Berserker machines
Yeah.
with red rockets.
Do you want to suck my cock, berserker?
Would you like some making fuck?
You said the word berserker. I can't help it. You triggered me.
Would you like some making fuck?
But this but him seeing Kevin Morton getting his fucking bike, and they say he's at the Warner Brothers studio. On to the next scene.
Right.
The big finale, basically.
Oh, it's awesome.
All at the Warner Brothers studio lot, and it's fucking crazy. And there's a Milton Berle cameo that he's not. I don't even think he's credited in the movie.
Yeah. So yeah, he comes in, he disguises himself as a nun, and he goes in and is with all the other nuns, and they're shooting the scene, and he's like, "Oh, thank you so much." He's like, "They'll love this bike."
Rides away.
Yeah, he just gets on it and takes off.
He's like, "Give me this fucking bike, little prick."
And he just takes off, and on we go.
Yep. He goes through about every fucking movie theme you could imagine.
Yeah, the beach scene he rides through. And I love about that is when he rides through, they all crash through with their golf carts, and the one security guard just jumps in that random ass motorized boat and takes off.
I want one of those.
I know. And there's two people surfing behind it.
Yeah.
Stupid. Dude.
Yep. And I'm surprised they were able to get the Godzilla. Well, I guess it's Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
I don't know what their fucking rights are. They probably had rights to every goddamn
Yeah, the whole
thing.
Godzilla movie. The Twisted Sister video.
The Twisted, no hate on Twisted Sister. I don't like them, but when I was younger, I did.
Dee Snider's cool, man.
Like everybody my age, we all like Twisted Sister, but this is the one part of the movie I think could be cut out.
Nah.
Just because the music kind of changes.
It does, but actually that was by Pee-wee's request, though. He actually wanted that song in this movie, and he actually wanted Twisted Sister in the movie as well.
Right, I understand it. I'm just saying from a personal, it kind of pulls me out of the movie for a minute.
Right. It is funny as fuck, though, man. It is so funny that he's like, I want Twisted Sister in my movie. It's Pee-wee, And they're like, what? He's like, yeah, man. We're friends. I want him in the movie. And then what song is it? You're gonna burn in hell? Is that the song or whatever? Burn in hell. Yeah. So he requested that song too.
And the girls around the car couldn't be more 80s.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Sign of the times, man. Holy shit. The way they're walking.
Yeah.
I can't do it, but luckily this is not a video. Luckily this is not a video podcast.
Yeah.
I would try. You need the leg warmers and shit.
Yeah.
You can't just do it.
Yeah.
Like They did everything but snap their finger. You know, they weren't snapping their fingers like in a 50s.
Yeah.
I don't know. But the Tarzan one, Pee-wee's been doing some squats, man, because he's holding on to that bike with his fucking legs.
Oh, hell yeah, he is.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
He's been doing his man kegels.
So, yeah.
He's got to tighten his nutsack.
So, yeah, he jumps the fence, and then we get the burning pet shop. So he stops to save every pet in there. And
well, this is why everybody loves Pee-wee,
Yeah.
because even though he's trying to he's doing something selfish by getting his bike, which
Yeah.
is justifiably selfish. But he stops and ditches the bike to save all these little pets.
Yep.
That's why everybody loves Pee-wee.
'Cause he's the man, dude.
He's a good guy, man. Good man.
Absolutely.
Masturbating in
Even
theaters.
Even
is
though he
okay.
got the snakes, you know, he was scared of snakes, and he still got them out. So
Yeah, they said that he was scared to death of snakes, and that Tim Burton has like a phobia of chimps, so he was having trouble with that part.
that's pretty sweet.
I'm afraid of chimps too, man.
They'll tear your fucking face off, man.
They'll tear your face off, pull your hands off, fucking tear your dick off.
Yeah.
Just kill me, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they won't even fucking kill you. Those fucking
Yeah. There's a new documentary.
pull your arms off
out.
and fuck you with them.
There's that new documentary out. I think it's called Chimp Crazy.
Is it about that one lady's
No.
chimp that went nuts?
Well, I think that is a part of it, but man, it talks about chimps. They eat little monkeys and shit,
Oh yeah.
and they'll hold them down. Yeah, this is probably not a good subject to bring up at the end of a Pee-wee movie. But they tear them apart while they're alive and eat them like a fucking bag of chips.
Yeah. Yeah, don't fuck around.
Chimps are evil. So I'm with you, Tim Burton. Chimps fucking suck.
Yeah.
Fuck a chimpanzee.
Leave them where they be.
I'm taking a gun with me to the zoo next time, because if one of those little bastards gets loose, I'm capping him.
Yeah, dude.
You ain't pulling off my hands. Son of a bitch. I hate those fuckers. Okay, rant over.
Yeah.
I'm standing in solidarity with Tim Burton.
Yeah.
I'm with you, man.
It's movie related. It's okay.
Little sons of bitches. If someone listening to this, if you're like, oh, chimps are cute, look it up.
Yeah.
They're little assholes. We're not even little. They're balls of muscle.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. The world premiere of Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Oh, I love this shit.
We'll move on from my monkey hate.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going out with you guys tonight because I'm hanging out with my monkey. At the drive-in theater, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. So we got Inceptioned.
It's
Movie
the world
within the
premiere.
movie. The movie within the movie. And
Some of
goes
the
to get-
funniest shit happens too. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, P-dubs.
Dude, when he's the desk clerk and he's fucking
Oh yeah.
he's like standing there and then like slowly like edging himself into the scene and
It's
like
fucking-
smiling. Oh my fucking god, dude.
He keeps looking at the camera.
Yeah, he keeps scooching and staring at the camera all weird.
I want a movie like that where he's just in the background of every scene doing that
Yeah.
shit.
This is so fucking funny. Then he's like,
Oh, you know.
paging Mr.
someone else-
Herman. Mr. Herman, you have a
That's right.
telephone call at the front desk.
Paging Mr. Herman. Mr. Herman, you have a telephone call at the front desk.
Paging Mr. Herman. Yeah, you know what? Some wizard out there needs to take those scenes of Pee-wee and put him like in the background of
Everything.
Serbian film or something, where he's dressed as that character
And he's edging
looking
himself
at
into the scene.
Yeah, looking at the camera, just in the background of like the most fucked up shit.
Fucking grinning and
Pee-wee's
shit.
back-
Yeah.
Pee-wee's back there, awkward
Awkward grinning
looking at
shit.
the
Yeah.
camera. Or
Staring.
Martyrs.
Yeah. Oh.
What's a movie?
Cannibal Holocaust.
Oh, you know what would be a good one because it's in a movie theater? Demons.
Yeah, Demons would be a fun one.
Put Pee-wee and Demons.
Yeah.
With the fucking main with the main guy. I don't know, the one that's like, we gotta get the
Gotta get the hell out of here. They're
the
guy
coming
in the
through
theater. Yeah.
the black dude.
Yeah, the big buff dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
We gotta
he's like,
get out of here.
they the dubbing is so fucking
That's
funny.
incredible.
You guys, we gotta get some boards up here. They're gonna come right through. Help me. Fucking put Pee-wee in that movie because
Yeah.
he's dressed as a busboy. Well, it would have to be a hotel. I'm thinking.
Yeah,
fucking-
bellhop. Yeah.
Yeah. So Wreck.
Still will.
You put
Still
him in
though,
Wreck.
just that outfit alone. Yeah. That's fucking funny, dude.
Paging Mr. Herman.
Mr. Herman. Mr. Herman, you have a telephone call at the front desk.
Oh, and of course, on his way back to Dottie, we get the callbacks to all the characters that he met throughout the movie, except Elvira. She wasn't at the end here.
Yeah. Well, the Satan's helpers were all there, so I mean, she's probably
And
in there
Large
somewhere.
Marge wasn't.
Yeah, as far as we know, but it wasn't the same night, so it wasn't her anniversary anymore.
Yeah, he gets but the fucking movie. Speaking of the movie too, they got James Brolin to play Pee-wee.
Yeah.
And Morgan Fairchild is playing Dottie.
Yeah.
That's what they should have did with the stunts. Like had somebody like James Brolin
Just
as
do
the
it,
stunt
yeah.
double. Yeah.
And they're trying to
He's,
steal his motorcycle. The ninjas are fucking trying to steal his motorcycle.
Oh yeah, the X1.
Yeah, the X1.
They're trying to, because when he gets back to Dottie, he's checking up on one of them calls his bike the X1 at that point.
Yeah.
But he fucking fights off the ninjas and shit.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's
somehow it's the same movie.
Yeah.
based on his adventure.
That's exactly what happened.
Fucking yeah, that's classic, man. Him looking at the camera.
Dude.
We really gotta. I need to figure this AI shit out so I can quit begging people to do it for me.
Yeah.
I want to just put Pee-wee in every video in the background.
Yeah. He gives fucking Mickey that sub up in the fucking jail van or the jail bus with the big ass file in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Mickey's
Merci beaucoup, Pee-wee. And then he goes, Merci beaucoup, le blood.
Sucrets blue.
Oh yeah, and it like fucking, Pee-wee finally comes back around and sees Dottie, after he dropped off his gifts to everybody. And Francis is walking by getting interviewed by reporters like he knew all about it.
Yeah, he kills Francis, right?
Essentially. Yeah, what's he said he wants to sit down on the bike and he lets him and then he fucking launches him up into the air somewhere.
Yeah, I think I'd have to watch this again because there's the scene in the lot in the Warner Brothers lot when he uses the smoke, when he releases the smoke cover from the back of his bike.
Yeah.
He's pushing those buttons on that little box that the eject button's on.
Yeah.
There's only 2 buttons there.
Well, it's probably one of those where there's like a certain like code where you like push it 3 times and then hit it or something. Maybe.
Yeah, man.
Is-
I don't know, but I think he killed Francis.
Yeah. I mean, that
Because,
bike is some work of an engineering genius anyway. So
he flies about 100 feet in the air.
yeah.
He's lucky the fucking seat didn't break and that pipe didn't just go up his ass. With the
With the spring.
It might have fucking talk about
It would have turned into that bike would have turned into fucking Mr. Garrison's bike that he invented on South Park.
Well, talk about cannibal holocaust.
Yeah, all right.
Would have went right up through his mouth.
Maybe. He could probably take it.
Yeah, the force that would be needed to launch him that far, that if that seat broke and that pipe went in him. Ooh!
Ooh!
That would not be fun. And this is the scene we finally get our little cameo of Darla.
Yeah, little Darla.
Little Darla, the pink poodle.
Yeah, man, she's got
Precious.
She's got quite a catalog of movies.
Yep, this is one of our biggest movie stars in the movie. Because,
yeah,
I mean, everybody knows Precious from Silence of the Lambs,
The Burbs, and Batman Returns.
She got her start in Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
That's right.
And they fucking painted her pink somehow.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm jealous of the dog.
They ride off into the sunset together, and it's the end. They should have had Francis falling from the sky as they rode off. Have him falling in the background.
Splattering.
Just like falling.
Gore.
Yeah.
You just see a puddle.
Yeah.
Splash.
Yeah.
Fucking. Yeah, like a water balloon. That would have been good.
Yeah.
You're right, Kevin. I agree.
It sounds fun.
Mr. Herman, I agree.
You have a telephone call at the front desk.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know that anyone has not seen this movie, but I fucking think this is essential viewing. It's not a horror movie.
Yeah.
It's a cult movie.
Yeah, it is on a lot of levels. It really is. Even though it's super popular.
It's super popular, but for it to hold up for this long.
Absolutely.
It's had a strong cult following.
And Big Top Pee-wee was good too, but it doesn't hold a candle to this one. And the newer one that they did, I thought was phenomenal, but still this one just reigns supreme.
Yeah, well, in this one, Pee-wee's like everybody loves him, and Big Top Pee-wee, it's like everybody hates him. I think that's probably the tone change that made it just not connect quite as well as this. Because in this, Pee-wee's like this fucking weirdo that's just bumbling around in a world that kind of morphs around him. Like everybody makes exceptions for the way he is because they all like him so much.
Right.
Which is I mean, and also the soundtrack is fucking great. It'll give you nostalgia as soon as the title sequence comes up, because it'll kind of remind you of Beetlejuice too, just because.
Well, yeah, I mean it's
Danny Elfman.
Or hell, Simpsons. The intro to Simpsons, man. I mean it's
yeah, he did fucking
he's everything,
man.
Yeah.
And
Boingo Boingo.
Yep. Weren't they in that movie with I'm not. Well, you know what? I'm not even going to try to think about.
We're going to go back into another movie. We went through like 6 movies during this episode.
Back to School.
Yeah,
Remember
Back to School. Yep.
Boingo Boingo was the band.
I believe so. Yep.
The Dead Man's Party.
Yeah.
It's a dead man's party. What do you, Harold? Wait, that's bordering on Kermit. It's the dead man's party. You could ask for more. Come here, Miss Piggy. Let me have some of your pig pussy. What kind of drugs must he have been on to think of a frog that fucks a pig?
I
I'm
mean,
gonna sell this as a
I
child.
mean, we could always go back to Meet the Feebles, which I do think we need to put on our list.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right. Anyway, I'm gonna keep talking about bullshit. I highly, 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 highly recommend this movie if anyone hasn't seen it. Not that you should take my opinion, just try it.
yeah,
If
it's
you can
fun.
make it past the opening scene, you'll love the rest of the movie because if by the slim chance you don't know who Pee Wee Herman is, you'll find out everything you need to know within the first 10
Right,
minutes of this movie.
exactly. You'll find everything out you need to know,
Pretty
and
good
then go
introduction.
down. Then just go down the rabbit hole and watch every single thing that he's done.
Yep, and early Tim Burton. All
Mm-hmm.
his earlier stuff is great.
Yep.
80s and 90s Tim Burton.
Yes.
But anyway, if you guys like us chatting about Pee Wee's Big Adventure and you want to suggest something else for us, I'm begging now. Won't you please email us at deadnotespodcast@gmail.com? Please.
Please with a W. With a W.
Even if it's just to call me an asshole. Go, hey, fuckface. Why don't you do Requiem for a Dream?
Yeah. Or Vulgar. Have you watched Vulgar? Anyway.
No.
Anyway, that's the end of our episode before we get into another conversation.
Yep, I'm off to watch Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah.
So until next time, bye.
See you later.
Paging Mr. Herman.
See ya.